What's going on? It's Kevin with Optimize Essentials, and today I'm coming at you again with another squat assessment. Today this one's going to be pretty easy. It's an excessive arch in your lower back when you're squatting. If you're a personal trainer, if you're someone who's been referred to this video by another video that I posted, I'm going to explain to you what happens and what to look for when your back excessively arches during the squat. Alright? So when you squat down, there's like a lordosis in the lower back. This is what your butt literally compresses your spine, and it creates that butt sticking out when you're going down. I see this more often in females, just because girls are more prone to have a larger lordotic curve in the lower back. And some of the biggest reasons that I think is just not necessarily because people sit a lot. I think sitting can exacerbate the problem, but I think one of the biggest issues is, it's not exactly an issue, but it's how our pelvis was, how we were born with our pelvis. I think everyone structurally has a different pelvis kind of structure. There's not exactly hardcore evidence to back this up, or at least I haven't found any. But I personally believe that we're born structurally more prone to either having an anterior pelvic tilt or a posterior pelvic tilt. So basically, without all that said, what's going on, right? So if you haven't seen the squat assessment form, this is the one you want to check out, and it's on the lateral view when your lower back arches. So basically what's going on is the hip flexors, the front of the hips, not just your psoas, but your quads, your TFL, everything is tight, and it's causing your pelvis to flex, all right? There's a lot of hip flexion going on right here, so you want to stretch out the hip flexors, and also you want to pay special attention to your glutes, because your glutes aren't doing its job to stabilize because the hip flexors are excessively tight, and it's causing a concept called reciprocal inhibition. And another muscle that you want to take a look at is your lower abdominals, your transverse abdominis. This muscle helps also stabilize your pelvis by tilting it back up in the opposite direction, because this muscle helps pull this up. And that's pretty much it. There's one more muscle that'll contribute to it. When you are tipped forward in this position, what happens is your lumbar erectors get shortened. And as a result, when it gets shortened, there's a tendency for your lower back to round forward too. That's why you'll see people walking like silverback gorillas at the gym. It's because they have really tight lumbar erectors. The shoulders are rounded forward, and they probably have really tight hips. First things first, you really want to address your hip flexors, and then attack your glutes. Strengthen your abs and stretch out your lower back by doing things like the toddler squat or Asian squat, where you just squat all the way down, and that really opens up your lower back. You want to strengthen your glutes with hip bridges, and then you also want to stretch out your lats by pulling onto the door, pulling onto a pole. There's many different ways you can stretch out your lats, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I left anything out. Yeah, that is all, guys. Oh, and hamstrings. Hamstrings are definitely a big component to being able to pull your legs, your pelvis down. So in posterior pelvic tilt, when you have excessively tight hamstrings, what happens is your pelvis posteriorly tilts. But when you have an anterior pelvic tilt, your hamstrings are elongated. So you want to strengthen your hamstrings as well as your glutes. You can do that through many different leg exercises, like straight leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts and hamstring curls. That's pretty much it, guys. That's how you assess if you have an excessive arch during your squat. It's just when your back arches more than normal. And if you do this, there's a really good chance you also have an anterior pelvic tilt. If you're curious though, a natural squatting position, you want to have somewhat of a neutral curve by drawing your belly button in and keeping everything nice and straight. So that's all for today. If you want to learn more, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video if you gain some knowledge. If you're looking for a program that will help you assess your own posture or teach you how to assess your own posture, and you're looking for the foundations to eating right for your body type, and then also learning how to train properly with good form technique, make sure you check out my website, optimizeessentials.com, and look at the workout program that I have for you guys. And that's all for today. It's a wonderful day to be alive. Peace.